Now let us learn about prevention of corrosion. The rusting of iron can be prevented by painting, oiling, greasing. Now what is the meaning of greasing? To apply grease in between the machinery parts which are made up of iron. Then the rusting of iron can be prevented by galvanizing also. What is this galvanizing? Galvanization is a method of protecting steel and iron both from rusting by coating them with a thin layer of zinc. So, as shown in the figure, galvanization is the method of protecting iron articles and steel articles from rusting. How? They will get coating of zinc, a thin layer of zinc. Making alloys is also one of the good method for prevention of corrosion. What is an alloy? We have learned in our previous standards that an alloy is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metals or a metal and a non-metal. It is a homogeneous mixture. What is homogeneous mixture? We have learned in standard 9 that homogeneous mixture is a mixture in which the components are uniformly distributed. So, there will be a uniform distribution of components in the mixture, and that is homogeneous mixture. So, what is an alloy? It is homogeneous mixture in which the components which are taken, they are uniformly distributed, and it can be of two or more metals, or an alloy can be of a metal and a non-metal. Alloying is a very good method of improving the properties of a metal. We can get the desired property by this method. Let us take an example of iron. Iron is the most widely used metal, but it is never used in its pure state. Why iron is not used in its pure state ever? Because pure iron is very soft and stretches easily when it is hot. But when iron is mixed with any other metal, then it becomes little hard. So it will become strong and it can be used easily. So let us see how iron is mixed with other things and how it becomes hard and strong. If iron is mixed with nickel and chromium, we will get stainless steel, which is hard and does not get rust. So you will remember that when iron is mixed with nickel and chromium, we get stainless steel, which is hard and it does not get rust. So this is an example of an alloy. What it is? Stainless steel, which is made up of iron, nickel and chromium. That is why if iron is mixed with some other substance, its properties get changed. In fact, the properties of any metal can be changed if it is mixed with some other substance. The substance added can be a metal or it can be a non-metal, as we have learned in definition of an alloy that it is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metals, or it can be a metal and a non-metal also. It is prepared by first melting the primary metal and then dissolving the other elements in some proportions. And after that, it is cooled at room temperature. Do you know that pure gold, which is known as 24 karat gold, is very soft? Therefore, it is not suitable for making jewelry. And that is why there are alloys which are made with gold, silver, or sometimes it can be used gold and copper also to make it hard, because we know that pure copper is pure gold, which is 24 karat gold, is very soft. Generally, in India, 22 karat gold is used for making ornaments. What does this mean? This means that 22 parts of pure gold is alloyed with 2 parts of either copper or silver. So, now you remember this: 24 karat gold means pure gold. 22 karat gold means what? 22 parts of pure gold, and remaining 2 parts, it can be alloys of copper or it can be with silver. Okay, and in India, 22 karat gold is used for making jewelry. Let us see other examples of alloys. If one of the metals is mercury, then the alloy is known as an amalgam. Please remember this. We know that an alloy is a mixture of two or more metals, or a metal and a non-metal. So in any alloy, if one metal is mercury, then that alloy is known as amalgam. The property of an alloy you need to remember is the electrical conductivity and melting point of an alloy is less than that of pure metals. This property is of an alloy. Let us see some more examples of alloys. Brass is an alloy, which is an alloy of copper and zinc. So you need to remember brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. Another example of an alloy we have is bronze. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. So these two, brass and bronze, these are not good conductors of electricity, and these both are alloys which are made up of copper. One of the metal is copper, right? And we know that copper is used for making electrical circuits, but here we have different property for alloy, that this brass and bronze are not good conductors of electricity. The next example is solder. Solder is an alloy of lead and tin. So when lead and tin are mixed homogeneously, it gives solder. Now this solder is used as wires which has low melting point, and that is why it is used for joining electrical wires together. So like this, when electric circuit is made for joining two wires together, this solder wire is used. Let us see another example of an alloy, which is nichrome. When we were learning chapter number 12, electricity, that time we have made use of this nichrome wire. Nichrome is an alloy which is made up of nickel, chromium, manganese, and iron. So, this is one more example of an alloy. What it is? It is nichrome. Nichrome is an alloy of nickel, chromium, manganese, and iron. So, this is all about examples of alloys.